Yeah, I just got out the gym. Had a good workout today. I wasn't feeling all that great today when I got up. Didn't sleep well. But had a fantastic workout. I always feel great after you do a workout. Always. Well, okay, maybe not always, but it's very, very rare that you don't get an energy bump after a workout. At least not for me. But like, right at the end. So I'm doing my second to last exercise. Like, okay, my last three things are always the same, no matter what day it is. I have my second to last exercise is always the French press. I do seated French presses, and then and then I do the fly machine, and then I do my mobility training at the end. But yeah, no, it's just my standard thing. And this guy, who I've seen here many, many times, he's not like he's here every day, but he's one always has a belt on and the gloves, and he's got all the gear. He's obviously bought a lot of the stuff. Not really a thing I do, but hey, to each their own. Maybe it's useful too. I don't even dress like a normal gym rat. But yeah, he comes up to me, he sees me doing French press. He's like, hey. I like pause my headphones. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. I'm like, what? So you shouldn't do it behind like that. 'Cause, it's the French press. You have the barbell and hands about there. Press behind your head. It's a fairly simple exercise. I imagine if you did it really shitty, or really bad, then yeah, you maybe have something wrong. I've heard people say something about behind the head exercises before, but I like it a lot. It's one of my favorites. That's why I have it every single day. And I just do 3 sets of them. Sometimes I have them superset with con curls. But yeah, he tell me that something. I was like, it's so yeah, it's bad to do that because of discs. And it's like, dude, it's a French press. It's a well-known exercise. People have been doing it for a very long time. They're still doing it. I think it's fine. It's like, well, you obviously don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that was my, okay, yeah, sure. And I just put my music back on, or my podcast back on. I don't really listen to music or workout. Listen to podcasts. But yeah, no, it's just like, why would you do that? Why would you come up to somebody randomly and be like, and he's in a very like he's not in shape. Like, I understand he comes to the gym a lot, and he's an older-ish. He's middle-aged, obviously, Indian guy. He's short and fat. Like, if that's I'm not judging you overly or anything. You're in the gym. Congratulations. I'm happy for that. Good on you. But don't come up to people randomly like that and they're like, I've gone up to people randomly in the gym and told them, positive things, and said stuff before. I've gone up randomly to somebody who was looking at a device and didn't seem to know what to do with it, and I'd ask them, I was like, hey, do you want me to show you how to use? If you never used it before, I can show you. Otherwise, you can tell me to piss off because I assumed that you looked like you didn't know what you're talking about, what you were doing. So I'd make a self-deprecating joke to make sure it's polite. Now I've never had a problem with that, but yeah, this is just very weird. It's like, my goodness. And it's not the first time I've had. It's like I've had a person. I mentioned my last thing I do every single session at the gym is my mobility stuff. It's about 15 to 17 minutes of mobility training, basic things. It's essentially yoga. Yeah. I had somebody come up and tell me, it was like, yeah, you shouldn't do that. you are, you're affecting your gains. Like, okay. Sure. Okay, guy. See, that's my reaction to those things is generally do not engage. It's like, you know what? Yeah, sure. All right. You're right. And then just continue doing what you're doing or ignore them. I like to agree with them. I always think that's fun. I like to agree with them and then continue doing it. Say, yes, you know what? You are correct. I'm stupid for doing that. I shouldn't be maintaining my body's mobility and stretching out like this after my workout. Yeah. Now let me get back to my stretching. Thank you very much. But anyway, I'm just ranting now. So, but it was a good workout today. It's always nice to feel a little better. So, anyway, have a good one, or a bad one. I'm not gonna tell you what to do in the gym or otherwise.